Now that we finished our tech system, it's time to move on to another essential mechanic, the dash. By the way, if you missed the previous video where we built the basics of our attack system, be sure to check that out. Here we are in Unity, and as you can see, I've already started adding some environmental details, so our prototype doesn't look so bare bones. So, whenever we press O, the player performs a quick dash, like this. And during this dash, the player also becomes invulnerable for a fraction of a second. Right now we have the health bar on the top left corner of the screen. As you can see, we have there a green line that resembles our health. So whenever I touch the enemy, my health bar gets reduced. That means I'm taking damage. So if I dash through the enemy, let me show you again. There you see, I don't take damage. And that's the point. The dash is a crucial part of our game because the combat relies heavily on positioning and spacing. It gives the player a quick way to reposition, dodge attacks, and control the distance between themselves and the enemies. Here we still have the same bug that we had before, and this happens because the spawning point of the enemy is in the same place all the time. So if I don't kill the enemies as they come, they're gonna just pile on top of each other, like they're gonna spawn on top of each other. So here I'm gonna show you again. You see, if I use the tip of my weapon, well, there I die. And that's the point of the dash. Without a quick way to reposition, it would be so much harder to consistently hit the enemies with just the tip of the weapon. Now, how do we develop this dash mechanic? First, we need to configure the input actions in Unity. To do that, we have to create an input action asset here in the project view. We go to create, and the input actions are on the bottom of the list. We select it, and then we can rename it. Finally, once your asset is created, you can assign a key to your dash mechanic, and once that's done, we can move on to the code. By the way, how do we call the input actions in our script? We have to add the on prefix with the input action name as a function, like this, on dash, and it gets automatically called whenever we press the key in the keyboard. I decided to split the dash logic into two functions, the start dash and the end dash. The start dash function activates the state of the dash, starts the dash and the cooldown timers, and also determines the direction of the dash based on the player's input. Here in this part, we're ignoring all collisions, and this is so the player can go through the enemy without taking damage. Now the end dash function disables the dash state, restores the gravity, and also re-enables all the collisions. Here in the ignore layer function, we can see that we're setting the boolean to false, and this means that we're restoring all the collisions with the player and the enemies. With this, we've made some progress, but still we have a lot to do. That's it for today, guys. See you next week. Thank you for watching.